Patience is a virtue, and the lack of it will hurt you. And here's why. What's good, everybody? It's Vaughn, and this is where you get that knowledge that you don't get in college. So go ahead and scroll into the description, click the link next to Webull, and collect your 12 free stocks. Something that I'm beginning to realize is that I lack patience. And it's not that I don't have any patience at all, because when it comes to certain things, I have a great deal of patience. But there's certain things that just tick me off. And I've realized that the reason why it's ticking me off is because I'm allowing it to. I have complete control over my actions. And I understand that offense is taken and not given. So if I'm allowing something to offend me or allow me to react out of character, that is my fault and no one else's. Some people just ignore it. But if you take the time out to analyze, then you'll realize that the greatness relies on the other side. When I was in college, I read a ton of books on personal development, personal finance, and business. And those books explained why patience is a virtue. But it wasn't until I came here that I realized how impatient I truly am. Because I was raised in a society where convenience is common. And now I'm in a society where inconvenience is common. It's very normal for you to go to the store and they don't have what you want. And it's not like it is in America where chicken shortage would be headline news. Being raised in a first world country and then moving to a third world country allows you to understand how much of a false perspective of reality a first world country gives you, because there's so much more out there in the world. And if all you knew is how you grew, then you're going to have a very narrow perspective on life. But anyways, here's 5 reasons why. Patience is power. Number 1, natural flow. Most of the times, rushing things doesn't help in terms of achieving our goal. And in all honesty, that's something that I believe the vast majority of my generation struggles with. Yes, the millennials. The internet and social media definitely contributes to the fact that we are the way we are, but it doesn't mean that we cannot unlearn those bad habits. Here's a short video that I would like you to check out.
And so what this young generation needs to learn is patience. That some things that really, really matter, like love, or job fulfillment, joy, love of life, self-confidence, a skill set, any of these things, all of these things take time. Overcome the need to have instant gratification and teach them the joys and impact and the fulfillment you get from working hard on something for a long time that cannot be done in a month or even in a year.
We can either embark on the flow of nature and navigate through life more effortlessly, or swim against the flow, expending copious amounts of energy in exchange for low returns. This is a very important component when it comes to creativity, because there's been many times where I'm trying to force a thought within a certain amount of time period, but I've learned to understand that a lot of the times, if I just rest and relax, the thought will come to me. So in essence, you don't have to force, but you should stay the course and allow nature to nurture. Number 2, wiser decision. As opposed to doubt and overthinking, careful consideration before making an important decision usually turns out well. And that's something that I'm definitely learning from this project, because when I started out, I didn't have any expectation for how long it would take. But now that I'm over a year into this project, I don't care. I just want it to be complete. I'm realizing that that's the incorrect approach to take when it comes to longevity, because this is something that I'm trying to create that's going to last a lifetime, and it will be able to benefit generation after generation. They'll be able to build more based off of the seeds that I'm sowing today. But a perfect example of this is whenever you're dealing with contractors, Don't depend on one person. Get multiple estimates and weigh your options. And also, don't make your decision based off of the price, because the cheapest price is probably going to give you the worst results. Number three, equanimity. And patience can turn people mad. That's why we generally don't like waiting. Meditation is definitely something that has helped me in this area because it allows me to be more mindful and present in the moment. So rather than reacting to certain situations, I just preserve my energy and analyze what's going on and take it in. And I don't exert a negative energy because it's going to have a negative effect on me. Instead, I just digest the experience. Number four, perseverance and success. Perseverance can lead to long-term success, but to persevere, you have to be patient. One needs to stop desiring quick results, which unfortunately people seem to pursue today. This is one of the main reasons why so many get rich quick schemes are going on today, because people want instant gratification and they don't understand delayed gratification. But if they're patient and they put in the work, then they will reap the benefits of the seeds that they sow. But no, they think that they're just going to throw a couple bucks at an idea and someone's just going to automate something and money's just going to start rolling in. Well, the truth is that even if it does, you're not going to appreciate it, because if you don't put in the work, then it has no worth. While there's so many people that don't understand delayed gratification, there's so many things in nature that can teach this to us. I'm not sure if you've heard about the Chinese bamboo tree, but for the first 4 years, it doesn't grow one bit, but it still requires you to nurture it on a daily basis. It needs a proper amount of sunlight and water. But in year 5, it shoots up 90 feet within a matter of 5 weeks. So after all of that hard work and effort, you're finally rewarded within a short amount of time for all of the time that you've invested. Imagine if you were to do that. You were to work on something for 5 years without seeing any results, just to see that in year 5, the results were exponential. Well, that's reality. Anything that's worth it is going to take time. And you have to endure the pain that you encounter along the process, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I remember when Ross was dropping some gems that was relevant to this topic. Matter of fact, I'm going to just let you hear it. Check this out.
So my excitement for moving fast, I don't want to move fast. I want to move correctly. I just don't want to waste no time. If it's something that's going to take us a year to make, if it's something that's going to take us 10 years to make, that's fine, as long as we don't waste no time.
Longevity.
Number 5, tolerance for others. I remember not too long ago, I was driving in my car with this young lady and a car cut me off. And then she looked at me and she said, "You don't get road rage?" And I didn't respond. But in my mind, I knew exactly why she was asking me that question. And the reason why is because here in Jamaica, you see that very often. Someone cuts someone off and the driver just starts cursing and acting outrageous. But I don't do that because I don't feel like it serves any purpose. I can't undo the situation that just happened. And if I were to get frustrated about the situation, then it's going to affect me in a negative way. I'm going to be riled up and it's going to affect my peace. So I think it's unnecessary. But since I've been here, it's definitely been rubbing off on me. So I got to work on that. We don't control the actions and will of others. So those around us may do things we don't like and refuse to do the things that we wish they will. Yet many people expect that others behave the way that they want them to, and they get disappointed when they don't. So when it comes to driving in a car, I don't really experience road rage, but I do struggle with my patience when it comes to the tolerance of people. And I'm coming to a realization that even though it's something that I struggle with internally, it's completely my faults. Closed mouths don't get fed. A lot of the time, the things that I'm expecting someone else to do, the only reason that they're not doing it is because I'm not asking them to. It's because I'm not bringing awareness to the situation, because I see the problem and I expect that the other person sees the problem as well. And instead of just opening my mouth and saying something about it, I'm expecting them to do it without anything being said. And that is just a silly way to approach life, because I don't know what other people are thinking. I don't know what's going on through their mind. I don't know what personal issues they're dealing with at every given moment. So for me to expect someone to do the things that I would do in that situation is unfair. So in all honesty, I just need to speak up instead of letting things get piled up, and then I get riled up, and then I respond in a way that is destructive instead of constructive, so that we can be more productive. Patience increases tolerance towards one another, allows us to listen before we speak, be more empathetic and forgiving, and be less likely to respond and react in ways that we later on regret. It's a habit that strengthens our overall position towards the outside world and ourselves. Impatience implies intolerance, foolishness, weakness, and suffering. Patience means tolerance, wisdom, strength, and equanimity. So that's why patience is power. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time I make a new post. Until next time.